Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hope that you are doing amazing, phenomenal, well rested, stable, grounded, um, taking time for yourself. Okay? Hi, Ruhi. And I wanted to come on here and um, I had a thought in my head, and I was like, damn, this is good. I feel like I gotta share this. So I was like, okay, let me get prepared. When I was getting prepared, the thought goes away. Like I remember the energy, the effect, the meaning, the reason why I was like, okay, let me, wow, snap out of this and get into this. I was doing a reading for myself and then it was gone. And then I had another thought after I was like, okay, fine, that's fine. Maybe it was just meant to snap me out of what I need to be snapped out of. And so then I come on, not come on here, but like I'm like getting prepared, I'm just sitting, and I get another one. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's it. And no, 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 thank you. And they were like, no, the thought goes away. That's how I think about it. When the thought goes away, they're just like, no, that's not. You're like holding on to it a little bit too much, holding on to it a little bit too tight. And so I was like, all right, you know what, fine. Because sometimes rushing a message, you miss the true meaning of the message, of what it truly means and what the true outcome is and what it's supposed to be. And now I'm seeing there's this short, I forgot what it's called, but it's with like this creature. Like you see them and they have a book in their hand and there's sand and they're inside of this small room and they have to make essentially another version of them. And by the time that that version is created, their time is up and so they go away. And so it's like a cycle. So it's very quick and it kind of reminds me of the thoughts I was getting, the channelings I was getting. They'd be here, but then they'd be gone. But it's like they stood so much time around, not essentially not even like gathering their surroundings, but not like moving. They just were stuck there, but they were just started. And I feel like the message in that for you guys is to take your time, right? And not rush with the first goal. I'm here, the first dream, and not saying not to chase those dreams, but it's like, all right, we got this idea. Let's go ahead and set up emotion. It's like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This is just showing possibly how far it can go. What you possibly could be working on a project. I'm hearing for some, working on. I'm hearing like a new trait or a new outcome, a new thought and perspective. Whatever it is, it's like you're already working on something. Spirit is just showing you your mind is already moving in a progressive way. I don't even want to say progressive way. Well, no, I'll say motherfucking progressive way. In a progressive way that allows you to um, circumvent the circumstances that aren't for you and truly get yourself situated in a way that is um, a lot more meaningful and a lot less harmful to self. And just be like, oh, I got to take the thought. And then as soon as it's not there, it's like potting over trying to figure out, okay, what was it? Let me. And it's like you were already doing something. Because the main goal of me doing this was to get the reading, was because there's a message. And so it's like if I am getting distracted by what possible channels may or may not come up or just things from me as I'm getting in that energy, in that realm, um, and getting situated. And it's crazy because Ruki was sleeping here, his little cat nap, if you will. He was sleeping here, and as I was doing my reading, just vibing out, doing poetry, all the good things. And as soon as I was like, okay, as soon as I said I snapped out of that mode, I got something. Snapped out of mode, started getting prepared. He wakes up. I'm like, oh, okay. And he comes on the desk. I'm like, Ruhi, I'm not going nowhere. Because sometimes when I put this on, it means I'm going outside. And I'm like, Ruhi, I'm not going nowhere. Then I was like, technically, I mean, depending on how you think about it. Um, so it's also like this transcending energy of not just, like I said, a new perspective. It's this new remedy, this new remedy, this new alchemization of self and the energies around you and working with hearing like possibly just different energies of self and who you are. Let's pull into this. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm. Sometimes I gotta start sitting down, or sometimes I end sitting down. Sometimes I don't sit down at all when we here. Okay. But I wanted to get on here, but it feels very strong of like I feel like sometimes you do have to slow it down because even with me writing down in my journal and then going to the poetry, it's just getting something out sometimes is the need or what is necessary. I'm here meditating. I'm always saying meditating is a conversation with self, right? Because that's why I said sometimes people meditate by dancing. They're able to get that calmness, that rootedness by dancing. Some people are able to do it by art. They get into this trance, into this mode, and it's calming and serene. It's the cooking, it's the sitting there, but it's a conversation with self that you're able to have when you're able to settle your mind, your body, and your soul. And I said settle, not quiet. Let's remember you also different references and things because meditation doesn't mean you have to be quiet. Your brain is always moving, it's always working, but it's a way of having that smooth conversation where you're not holding on to everything. And everything is meant to be pondered on, and everything is meant to be further examined. Some things are just, oh, okay. You don't need to always consume energy and things of that sort because sometimes it's just a thought. You're just like, that. Now you think about it all day, like, do I know? Sometimes it's just a thought. Take a minute to find yourself. You know, Steve Universe, hold on. I don't feel like doing this. No. I'll be testing the fire sometimes, and I think that's where Ruhi gets it from. So I'm here to be cautious and wary, leading by example. Okay, you may not know that they're doing things because you don't recognize that you're doing things because it's like a habit. Yeah, definitely something in regards to kids because now I'm seeing the Applejack episode where she kept doing stuff with the farm even after she had fixed up the things that was giving her issues in the first place. So, and she was telling somebody else, like, sometimes you don't know if you got a problem until somebody else takes a look at it. So maybe getting an outside perspective, an outside thought, or just allowing it outside of yourself and not holding all that in really will help. Really will help you get everything situated. Because honey bunches of oats, get it out before you choke, okay? Okay. Any further? Saying do it one more time. Okay. Do it one more time. Alright, let's get into you. Ooh. We got piercing eyes on the blue, and we are in the throat chakra here. It's crazy because I was literally going to say that. So I love that. Let's get a little bit more card spirit. Further. That's funny. It was I'm open and then it went back inside. Alright, any further? I'm hearing if you only take the cards that fall out and not the cards that are also calling to you, you always going to miss a message. So don't be afraid to pull from more than what is given. Okay? Pull from more than what is just coming out because I'm hearing, I'm hearing you don't need to put everything on your plate to show that you can eat, to show that you can be well fed and satisfied. You don't need to have everything to show that you have abundance, to show that you have wealth. If that was the means of those words, a lot more people would be richer and poorer than richer. Ashe. So take that into account. You don't need to accept every offer and opportunity. You don't need to accept every situation and circumstance. You don't need to stifle self, hold back self, delay self, convince self, excuse self, all these things. Allow yourself that. And that's where those quick thoughts, channels, messages are coming in. It's like, just take it, receive it, and work with it. But don't hold on to things so tightly. I'm seeing like the sand, when you keep holding the sand, but the more you hold the sand, it finds ways to keep going out until it just slowly, you're realizing the sand just is slowly closing in. You're like, oh my God, I'm holding on to the sand now. Why is it doing this? And By the time you got it, it's like, dang. Why hold on to things so tightly? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. They came out in stacks, so we're just going to read them in the stacks that they came out. The first one, like I said, came out by itself, which is piercing eyes. So in the blue energy, clarity energy, understanding energy. So an awakening, if you've been having visions and dreams, hearing epiphanies, seeing I'm hearing apparitions, Ashe. And seeing all that whatever it is, it's like it's his opening of the third eye, but it's also like what you are seeing. You know X-Men when he got those eyes and he take his eyes off and he's like and not but you get it. His eyes are like it's this whatever you have been putting your main focus on. Thank you, Spirit Ashe. Whatever you have been putting your main focus on and your directive on your voice, your energy, your stamina, your strength behind. And no matter how long you've been doing it, it's this sense of like this piercing eyes where you're like, oh shit. Like you will know it, it will connect with you in a way where you won't be disillusioned. Well, actually, I'm sorry, you won't be illusioned. Disillusioned? Did I use the word right? I don't know if I'm using that right. Nostalgia means I don't think we're using that word right, but we're gonna roll with it still, because you know what the fuck I mean. I say. So it's this energy where you are allowing yourself to see the truth. There's no longer a veil, and it's going to come in with so much clarity, so much authority, so much commandment and strength that you'll be able to recognize it. There is no blinders on your eyes. There is no trying to figure it out. It's done. It's set up. Okay. All right. Let's get into little. We have that offer is an insult to me and my ancestors. Like I said, you're not going to be needing to take everything just because it's there. So I'm like, that's a good one. That's a then you fuck them. It's like then you knew it. Then you set it up. Then you get what I mean. Like if you feel like that is so good and that is worth my time and energy, I think you think it's worth your time and energy. So you go ahead and take it. You go ahead and deal with it and set it up, whatever. But it's not for me. And take that. That offer is an insult to me, to my ancestors, to my time, to my presence. Why would you ever? What's under that card? Spirit? Okay, heard. Say no more. Like I said, you're tapped in, you're listening, you're focused, you're moving with an intentional drive within your being that's like, shit. I want it all black. They said take the card from the top. I want it all black. Spirit has been hearing you. You could have been wronged. Definitely been wrong, Spirit lady. Not even just in the offers and the deals where people were undercutting you, but just in the way that people took a lot of your understanding and kindness and compassion just for a fool, for utilization, for a siphoning, for yeah, you just want it all back, and you're recognizing it, and you're taking it, and you're like, mm. I need it all back. And Spirit said, okay, heard. Say no more. Say no more. We have set a bedtime. You're going to want your rest. You're going to want your energy. Because when you're focused on what that is, yeah. Like I said, you also get a lot of visions because they said they set a bedtime. Mm-hmm. We're trying to meet you on the other side. Mm-hmm. Na, 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 na. Mm. Set a bedtime. I'm here. You can even set some naps in between the day. It doesn't have to be a set scheduled bedtime, but set some time to meet with your spirits on the other side if you know that is time. If you know that is one of your gifts, right? And instead of bedtime, I'm hearing again, going back to that meditation for a lot of you. Even got the letter M coming out here. Set up that meditation and get it set up. We have time coming in here right across in the spirit, okay, hurts anymore. So I feel like I said, no matter how long it has been, no matter how long you have waited, you have been pushing, you have been telling, you have been working, you have been guiding, you have been allowing yourself to be guided and led in some sort of way of coming into your faith, of coming into your devotional sense of self and your purpose, and still learning and recognizing, bitch, I am still here, which means I'm still learning. I ain't even reached this. I ain't even done. I got so much. And so much has got to be had. But I know that also means I have time and I can't hold it all in at once. Can't experience it all at once. I can't do it all. And that's where we go back to the, you don't need to have it all on your plate to show that you can eat. Or that the food is good. Because if need be, you can always go back for what? More. You can always go back for what? More. Exactly. Because Spirit is saying you don't need to do it in a way where you feel like this opportunity never come again. This type of love will never come again. This type of money will never come again. This type of whatever it is will never come again. It's like, baby, no. You don't need to accept that. Because if that came, imagine what more we can give to you. Imagine what more we can bless you with. Especially if you tell us that ain't what you want to be blessed with. That ain't what you want to deal with. And then you put forth that action and they're able to match that. But if you accept it and every time it's out, like, I'm like, oh, are you sure you don't want that like that? I mean, shit, if that's what you keep. We'll let you fuck with it as long as you need to fuck with it. Especially if you got, and you're working with those that give consent and work with consent. Ashe, it's pulling in. Okay? Where we going to? Where we going to? So, with the childhood friend, it is right across from I Want It All Back. And Spirit said that is what's in the next deck. That's why we was moving on. But that is what's currently happening. So we're going to pull up this deck because it goes along with this, but it's the connector of this energy. If you're catching along, I do my readings along with this pile, the center where the head energy is piercing eyes, and the energy is M. The final energy is M. It's connecting from this, because you know I don't give a fuck. You know I'm gonna show you. If you know what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna show you. Okay? This shit. Even if I am getting a little bit of message out of this reading, bitch, it's still and my lead reading. I shall. We have no matter what you look like, no matter what you wear, how many rings you got on your finger. We don't care, no, we don't care. You gotta dig a little deeper. Find out who you are. Dig a little deeper. Dun, 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 dun. Let me stop before I get Daisy don't play. All right. But yeah, we have no matter what you look like. But it's almost like, hold on, Spirit, we're gonna pull it out because it's connected by the childhood friend, but they're not touching. You get what I'm saying? It's like you seen how it was. They're not touching. Just what the fuck I said. Thank you. I say, like, we ain't gonna overthink it. Okay, but they're not touching. And so the first thing cards that they have me pull out and stop, they are the pink, the yellow, and the blue. And they're having me say this because it's significant, possibly. But with the childhood friend connection, it says physically fit, health wise. And I wrote this as a means on the pink card, specifically because that's rose quartz energy, self-love, self-understanding, self-accountability, self-growth, depth, protection, all those things. Right? And so physically fit, health-wise means that you are taking care of yourself, your soul, your energy, your environment in a way that allows you to live in a solid sense of health and a solid sense of growth and understanding. I say. I think that's children running back and forth and whatnot. So physically fit, health-wise. So it's like I'm hearing like it's like situations almost where it's like, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep around that? Why do you keep saying? And it's like setting up in a way of like possibly someone around you wants you to stay in the energy where it was very self-deprecating, or very I'm hearing very sheltered, very trapped in or stuck or feeling like you have to be a certain way. It's almost like a personal taboo that you remove, that you release, and that's where you're getting this physically fit health wise. But possibly some people from your past are not ready for that quite yet with this, because right under it we have my protection is shown by my happiness, and that's where the no matter what you look like is at the bottom. And so it's like possibly you could around people that were I'm hearing a fat phobic. Fuck them bitches. I can't fucking stand fat phobic people, especially the previous people that used to be fat and they ain't fat no more, and now they extra fat phobic. Like, do it. Oh, you never really dealt with your internalized fat phobia. You're like, oh, you dirty bitch. Fuck them. Okay. Um, because it's this understanding that I always like to say, and people can be naturally skinny, people can be naturally fat. Are you healthy? Are you healthy? Because, bitch, are you healthy? Bitch, you don't care about my motherfucking health. So, can't stand that shit. Grew up with that shit. Out of that shit, I say. So, your protection is shown by your happiness. And so, for a lot of people, it could be people from your childhood. I'm hearing some will be happy and rooting on, and some will really show their true colors, which is why they have me name the colors. It's like they're really going to show it, and it's going to be like no matter what I look like, no matter what I wear, no matter what's, I'm me, and that's what's being represented. Everything else is just an adornment on top of me, and they're not going to like that. Your new adornment is going to be confidence. Your new adornment is going to be blessings. Your new adornment is being able to see and perceive things deeply and lead off of that. They're not ready for the blessings that is made and crafted just for you. Because what they crafted for you was a feeding tube, like a hamster of insecurities intensified by your own background noise of your voice that you finally silenced and realize these are just passing thoughts and energies, and a lot of these ain't even mine. And even if they are, they ain't gonna be here for too much longer. Oh, shit. You got Orishas or God or Bhaktis or self or the universe soon forth you ever put your energy and belief into, right next to children, child, and childlike. Okay? And then we have that as the connector, hilariously, with the Orisha, like right on top of children and childlike and God. They do say God is like a child. Then nowhere else to take that spirit. Just cut it off right there. But you, like I said, also for some that may have children as well, I feel like this is also going to be leading them in a new direction of how to think and feel and move in a way of truly loving themselves. And here and there, truly going to be mirroring you. And that's also where I also said in the beginning, where it's like almost this mirroring energy that influences. And that's what I think I was thinking of. I don't think I said it, but I think the memory just came back, and I was talking about that and being, actually, we're just going to fucking say it goes. But where I was recognizing some of the ways or behaviors that Ruhi would act and move, I was like, dang, I do a lot of that shit. That's me. I guess he was raised. So it's kind of like this mirror replication. So for you, a lot of your, I'm hearing your children are going to make you proud with the way that they're going to be exhibiting traits in yourself that you forgot were there, but that you have been slowly tapping into. And the way that they view and see you is almost godlike in a way that they mirror, and they find you redeemable. I'm just taking it as it's heard, okay? They find you redeemable because they want you to truly offer a love to yourself that is no longer an insult. And they're starting to see that that's what's going on, right? We also have ancestor healing and learning, which is hilarious because over here we have exactly That was an insult to me and my ancestors, and that is right on top of protection, no matter what you look like, children and childlike, and ancestor God. So you were tapping into something deeper. This is very much a self love, self gathering, self motivation, and being blessed because of that. And I feel like it's truly going to feel like a blessing this time because you're even more aligned with yourself. It's like I'm seeing the bowling alley where they put the gutters up. So that way the ball bounces, and no matter where it's going to go, no matter how you throw it, no matter what's happening, it's going to hit those fucking pins. And I feel like, thank you, Spirit Ashe. I know that is how Spirit is operating and showing you this is how life works for you. No matter what direction you go, no matter how long it takes, no matter what's happening or this is always going to be your outcome, your destiny. It's to be blessed, it's to be rewarded. Because you're always willing to change, you're always willing to shift, you're always willing to recognize. And your spirit is not satisfied, and you know how to satisfy it, and that's where you're moving and operating. And not in a way of just coaxing it, putting a band-aid on it, feeding it like, okay, just until we get their little snacks, just until we get their little snacks. It's like, no, we can stop for a meal. We can stop for a meal. You know? So with this ancestor healing and learning, you are taking the true developmental core of what it means to be your ancestors' wildest dreams. And not with other people who failed. I'm saying who failed or are struggling and are trying to siphonly manipulate cannot live up to that, cannot not create that. And so your protection is your happiness. So your spirit is like, let's just show them what it means to truly live as you. And not like, well, your grandma, we always, and this is how it. No. Traditions are just things that people are willingly able and not, you're willing, wanting and able to uphold when there can be new ones in place. That's how traditions are done. You just start them. And so that can also be a sign for someone you just literally start them. Because it's always going to be pretty sure some people that was like, I see you actually follow through with it. And now it's a tradition. The fuck about my face. Not that power yet. For you, we are going to I take back my power and I call on my rage solar plexus energy. That is right next to physically fit and health wise. Like I said, the way that you are seeing yourself on the physical realm, you're starting to recognize this is my body. It will always be shaped and formed to be my body. And a representation of how I love and treat it will always be reflected to my eyes, no matter piercing eyes, no matter what anybody else sees or thinks or believes. And so you're really taking back your power by calling on my body is my body. It may be similar to others. It may move similar to others, but it's my body. I'm placing you on hold. I need a break. Yeah, whatever this energy is, you're recognizing, yeah, it's going upward. You're pulling it away from you. You're releasing it away from you. You're not allowing that access anymore. But you have, I'm open, get comfortable, nothing lasts forever, not even you. So this is going to be a sign of a death and a rebirth within yourself, your career, your love life, your relationships, whatever. But with this green heart chakra, it's recognizing that you are open to that development. Okay? That's right on top of my protection and no matter what you look like. So, yes, we have things are moving quickly in my favor and deep connections coming in here. Like I said, your ancestors, for sure, a few times in this reading, are showing up and showing out for you. So things are moving quickly, rapidly, swiftly, smoothly, courageously, gracefully. Swans can go quick when they glide, and can't they? Baby. So recognize those deep connections that you have and have been building are leading you to something that is allowing to be more of a self advocate. And that is inspiring a lot of people around you. I'm hearing your little mini-me's. Yeah, a lot to do with your children. So good shit with that. We have not that far removed. And let's set a bedtime and time. Bless me. Yeah, let's set a bedtime and time. So Spirit, like I said, has been trying to communicate with you. And like I said, you're really not that far removed from them at all. Mm-hmm. So you're taking it in. You're developing it. Telling me to take this top part from the deck. I didn't shuffle, but that's okay. We're going to rock and roll with it. We have profound peace. And that's right on top of the not that far removed. It's a final card at the 30-31 mark. Final card. Spirit is blessing you profound peace, profound protection. Actually liking yourself, loving yourself, enjoying your life. And recognizing the gift that you have by being you, by living in you, by exalting you. It is allowing you to truly live your life and be present in it. It's beautiful, just like because they do day-to-day things. Like I said, the Applejack and just doing things. It's just like, oh, I've been doing this for a while. Like, you don't even realize. So sometimes that outside look, for some of you, maybe your kids, for some of you, and maybe a person walking down the street. But somebody's going to remind you that, like, damn, I did go outside and move today. I'm always going to introduce myself as myself first. No? All right. So, with that being said, done, created, cultivated. Okay. My name is Latisse. I have a few readings on here so that you can book readings with me down below. Check out my podcast down below. And yeah, I love you guys. Love your size more. Love your size more. Baby, love your size more. I love you. Okay. Baby, we all got a little belly. Got my arms. I'm speaking of you. Just gotta learn to recognize, is my body gonna look how I want my body to look, or is my body gonna look how I want other people to want my body to look? In a way of adoring and not shame. It takes time. It takes time. I didn't look at myself in the mirror for such a long time. And now I can't not dance in front of them. It takes time. Sometimes I'm like, bitch, hide it! Put the blinds over there, no, crazy. So it's ups and downs, but as long as you know that there's always going to be an up, there can be a solid ground too. Okay? Okay. I love you, love yourselves more. Until next time.